All right, welcome back, horticulturalists. We got many things to go over. Now, I think that I figured this out. I didn't have you sit here and watch me go through all these. I'm pretty sure the corpse's friend is Devil's Nightcap. The only one I'm not sure about is the ankle grabber, the binder, which I'm thinking is Mary's breath because it's the only plant description that uses the word bound in it whatsoever. Fearbringer is Widow's Wail. Fourth to lift a curse is the Long Veracund, and the Black Blood reverse is the Elderfinium, which is for the reversing the poison. Now, like I said, I'm not 100% sure about Ankle Grabber, the binder. If we look in here, if we look in our book, we can see that the Mary's Breath, Mary's Breath is said that a person can be bound to secrecy using Mary's Breath. Okay, it doesn't say anything about ankle biting. Okay, just grown in royal gardens, etc. So we don't know. So I'm 90% sure that we've got 4 out of the 5 flowers figured out that we need to for the ritual to stop you know who. But here, let's do this just in case. We got to go to Endmoor and then Raven and then Spider. So that's we want to go. And then we need our little thingy. And then now we need to find Endmoor. Not Booty. We need Endmoor. Here's Endmoor over here. So Endmoor is Raven, which is up. And then Spider. So we go up and then over. So we go to, alright, so we go to Endmoor. So it says, sorry, so let's go there. So that is H29. Right? H29. And then we go to Spider, which would be here. Let's see if this is it. A jackdaw croaks hidden somewhere nearby. Strange shapes of old stones pierce the long grass. Among them, some plants grow. Let's collect our new plants, and of course it dumps them right there. Oh, I see something that we've been looking for. I see some... Though the baubles look soft, they are in fact quite hard. I think we needed this for a seed pod for luck. This is the only plant that had the seed pod. A 5-pointed leaf to grant courage. But I had these written down. Oh, could this be the wonderful sheep snap that we've been looking for? Closer inspection. They are hard. Let's look at that's the map. That's not our book. Could this be the wonderful sheep snap that we've been looking for all these many long years? Thought to bring good fortune, the green seed pods of the sheep snap have a hard outer shell and sound hollow when tapped. Okay, so this is probably our wonderful sheep snap, which is what we needed for that other elixir, I believe. Let's do this. I'm still gonna go ahead and give it a pink label. Sheep snap. So did we need that for this elixir? 5-pointed leaf to grant courage. So we need Candlewood, Daisy Duck, and Sheep Snap. Let's give it a shot. So Sheep Snap, Candlewood. There's Candlewood in the wrong spot. Candlewood and Daisy Duke. Which is now going to be missing. Not there. There it is. Daisy Duck. Right there. Let's see if this is it. Is this St. Quentin's elixir? Yes, it is. Now all of our plants are all mixed up again. The new elixir. And what is this elixir for? Overcome their sense of fear. So this was St. Quentin's elixir. There we go. And we're quite sure of it, so we're going to leave it that color. I don't know where all of our flowers went to. There's Trimblehuff. So now things are mixed up again. So we'll just have to see what happens. Might have to take an episode off again to fix them. So we got our 2 new flowers. Did we already move them over here? Need to give that one to the librarian for some reason. I think it dumped our new flat. We need to remember that when we go out. So there's Sheep Snap. That was one of the new ones. Or did we get 2 new plants or did we get 1? Let's see, because it would have dumped it over here. I'm guessing we already went ahead and moved it. The leaves are strong and leathery. Okay, so I don't think we've seen that one before. Okay, so we got all of our elixirs. We got this. So I don't know if we want to do this ritual yet. Do it, because I don't know if we have the right one. But so we'll go ahead and we'll see what happens. Grace Enright. You heard of this? Have you heard of this masked woman? Imagine having that amount of power. Nations would kneel before you. You would be a god. That creature is huge, unstoppable, and they say it obeys her every command. It would certainly come in helpful with my father-in-law tomorrow. I guess I'll just have to settle for some Daisy Duck to help me get through it instead. Well, very good. We just happen to have some Daisy Duck. I don't know where I'll put it. But we know that's what it is. There we go, Daisy Duck. And we got another book entry for Dead Man's Fingers. We already have that one. This fungus typically found in Digitatus mortis. At a glance, it can appear those corpses reaching up from the underground. Ooh. Could this be the ankle grabber? The fungus is typically found in dense forests protruding through the malt. At a glance, it appears the corpse is reaching up from the underground. To strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. We've got 2 things that could possibly be. Mary's breath or dead man's fingers. Ankle grabber. I mean, that kind of looks like it, right? Dead man fingers coming out. Dead man's. Okay. Close and add to the book. See who else wants to come. Here comes David Chaffet, our mailman. This letter was delivered in an unusual way. There was no address provided, just the horticulturist spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you. Alright, another clue. If you know your plant, this letter is for you. Of course I know my plants. Oh ho, so you got it working. Oh yes, it works, it works. Look to the north of Bowfell at the source of the river Esk. Nobody knows it grows there. It will be our little secret. Ho ho ho. All right, look to the north of Bowfell at the source of the river Esk. The north of Bowfell. So let's find the river Esk. Here's the river Esk, north of Bowfell, right there. Sure enough, find a plant here that I have never seen before. I'm going to put that over there for now. Select. Don't even know what that could possibly be. Look like fleshy mushrooms. Bell-like flowers and heart-shaped leaves. Not sure. Let's see if it shows up in our book anywhere. Bell-like flowers. Definitely not that. We already know those. Vulum? No. Heart-shaped leaves. Pretty sure that's pretty important to the thing. We already know these flowers. Farmer's worries that. Palliance, we know what that is. Spring wax cap? Nope, that's another mushroom. So it's not spring wax cap. That's Storian, is it? Dark red fruits. That doesn't have any dark red fruits. Doesn't have any fruits, period. We already know what Trimblehuff is, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure we know what Widow's Woe already is. Partly due from a bed of thin, long leaves. I think we already figured out what Widow's Woe is, didn't we? Oh, I guess not. I guess we don't have the ability to finish this off just yet. Unless Widow's Woe is one of these plants here. This Trimblehuff, give Librarian, not worry less. Let's look and see what Widow's Woe is supposed to look like. Pimpfoot, unpleasant scent, dainty dark flowers grow out from a bed of long, thin leaves. Dark blue flowers, smells like sweet rhubarb. Dainty dark flowers, those are dark blue flowers. Long, thin leaves, I don't know if I would call those long and thin, they don't look like that. We don't have anything else with dark blue flowers yet at the moment, except for dark purple flowers. It says dark. Doesn't say dark. This could be it. Of course, they're not curled like that one. So maybe Widow's Woe. I'm gonna go ahead and put a maybe on it. It's a firm possibility of a definite maybe. Oops. I want to make sure it's pink. Alright, so things are moving right along. More and more plants coming into us that we don't even know what they are. Thora done. My husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I'm worried about the ones he's brought back from his latest venture. He's just been on a trip across the lake, exploring to the woods to the west of here. He's got a bag full of odd-looking mushrooms that he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. And I brought one with me to help identify them, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. I'll come back tomorrow. This done mushrooms, woods west of Undermere, across the lake. Alright. Got a lot more things to do. West of Undermere. West of Undermere, across the lake. Mushrooms. How have I never been here before? They're hard to find at first, but soon I'm seeing them everywhere. Alright, there's our new plant. Put this down here. The red caps have a spongy texture. So we know we were looking for quite a few mushrooms, not Aguria. Okay. We know what Bishop's Parasol is. There was Farmer's Worry, though. A spongy mushroom. Alright, that's it. Spongy. Potent abilities. Only safe to consume in small doses. I'm going with the spongy. Farmer's Worry. Farmer's Worry. There we go. Badonkadonk. Alright, so there's that. Next, Simone Green, the librarian. Now we want to give her. Lord Fremont told me he was able to help you find some information on the servant. I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a mold problem. I hoped you might have some sweet breath that could help clear it up. Now so this is the librarian, right? Simone, yep. So we were supposed to give her this. Give her that. I didn't want to mention this, but Fremont gave me something else from his archives. A recipe for an elixir. It's the key to the link to the servant. In theory, it would be possible to wrest control of it from the woman in the Jade Mask. In theory. But the only records I were able to find are hundreds of years old. And even if it works, what then? Power that can be wielded through the Woken Dendru is too great for any one person. We should stick to the Sisterhood's ritual. I agree. Lists of Neptune. We've already identified that one. Collect. Alright, so we got... Alright, what was that? Did we get a new... List of Neptune? Right, we already had that. Right? Yeah. For Marinock is head of the Marinock. Lyle of Neptune. We already had that. What did she give us? Did she give us anything else? Sour Bandy. It must have been that. Sour Bandy can help with memory recovery, especially if the memory has been deliberately sabotaged. The name of this plant derives from the fact that although edible, its large stamen is extremely bitter to the taste. The elixir control, the link between the servant and the master, is not fully understood. What we do know, however, is that the link can be broken at the expense of the mind of the master. In doing so, a new master can take their place and assume control over the servant. A strong will is required when consuming this elixir, lest the mind of the drinker is overwhelmed. It is believed that the power of a stone circle can amplify the effects of the elixir. And so we can try and do it, or we can try and get rid of him ourselves. The Woken Dendru is loyal to the summoner. Okay, so many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near the Black Comb to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak. And the Dendru was ousted from this world. Okay, south of the Watcher, the Great Oak. So we know we used this. South of the Watcher, the Great Oak, and this ring, I'm guessing, right here. Small stone shrine is off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the center of the stone, widening into the recesses of the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. This is the right place, but I'm too early. I need Verona Green's help to perform the ritual. Okay, so we need Verona Green for some reason. Alright, so let's keep going. Leona Chapman. My cousin will be married in 3 days. If you've got some Trimblehuff, then it's saving the trouble of going out to find some myself. Absolutely I do, my dear lady. If you knew my cousin, you know she's not worth the trouble. Cousins usually rarely are. Oop, that's not it. That is not Trimblehuff? Well, I say. Trimblehuff. I was almost certain of that one. Trimblehuff is traditionally used in decoration of weddings. A cross-section of small cup-like flowers that generally point downwards to avoid filling with water. Small cup-like flowers. The flowers are blue. Cup-like. Are those cup-like? Those are cup-like. I'm guessing that's the thing. Alright, so let's try this one. Alright, that's Trimblehuff. And we got a new book entry, so let's collect this. Glowhorn, the glowhorn or forest lantern. So we know that. So we know this is Trimblehuff. Trimblehuff for sure. And the one that we had as Trimblehuff is not Trimblehuff. Dark red flowers, not Trimblehuff. Just so we know. Purple. That was the end of this day, but we still got plenty of time. We can't do the ritual, unfortunately. I still don't know what this coin's all about. I'm not going to brew the Elixir of Control. We're going to end the day and see what our new clue's going to be. Pretty sure we got 2 good ideas for what the binder could be. Oh, we got to open the deck. 8 miles to the east. Okay, there's the symbol. The shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and roots that she would require. He watched as the hours dragged by the sunset and she worked by candlelight. At times sitting still, at times moving like a dancer among the stones. The change happened suddenly, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened. Then he saw it. But 8 miles to the east of our little coin. We have the symbol. We have the symbol for Gosforth. So 8 miles to the east of that. So let's go to Gosforth, which was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognize grow along the bank. Once again, I'm going to move this down here so that when the flowers appear, they won't cause quite such a ruckus. Select. There they go. New plant acquired. Let's see. The flowers are very delicate and the petals fall easily. And a bland smelling flower. Yep, I'm telling you, he's getting sick of writing these descriptions. What it is. This gives us pretty good descriptions of what the plants are there. Yeah, so let's see. Thor Dunn is back. Well, he went and ate those bloody mushrooms. And of course now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? He's in a bad way. I'm worried about him. Alright, so this is where we get to do this. So we think... So what... Alright, so farmer's worried. An antidote can be made using Royal Gentia. Do we have Royal Gentia? Give that to her. There we go. That's going to give us another plant we can identify. Another book entry. Liverstone. Caution is advised when handling this plant due to the strong paralyzing agent contained within. A mushroom with pointed caps. We've got that taken care of. Liverstone. A mushroom with pointed caps. I don't have any mushrooms with... Well, there's this one. It smells rotten. Does it say it smells like a liver? Liverstone. Alright. Very strong. Alright, so that could be it. I'm going to go ahead and give it at least a tentative label. Liverstone, okay. Keep going. Forest wet. Oh, somebody's had an encounter. I have been to Blackcomb. I have fought the servant and lived, but still my adversary stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I am ashamed to say that I am done. And my soul could use the tonic of St. Quentin's Elixir if I am ever to recover from the horror that I have seen. Well, I guess. There we go. St. Quentin's Elixir identified. We already knew that. We got a new book entry. Alright. Priddle. Coveted by the rich. Pretty Priddle is crushed to make dye. It's a very rare plant and hard to come by. So I don't know if it's one of these. A rather unpleasant scent. Probably not that one. Dark blue flower. Smells like sweet rhubarb. Priddle. Priddle. 5 flowers. Purple flowers with a gentle scent. So it could be that one. Kinda looks like that one. But I don't want to call it that. It would be nice if it gave us the color. Sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. I don't know if we can crush that one to make dye though. Oh, that doesn't have the right type of stamen. So it must be this one. So we're going to go ahead and give this one a tentative label. I'm not going to move it to the shelf though. Here we go. There's Priddle. See who's next. David Schaffer. There's a hateful man I sometimes see around town. He's called Isidore Burbage. Yesterday I saw him bending down as though to pet a stray dog, but instead he punched it as hard as he could. I rushed over and the coward fled. Someday he'll get his comeuppance. Another letter. Sadgill Chalice. Alright, so let's find Sadgill. Get this ready. Sadgill. Alright, so there's Sadgill right there. Sadgill and the chalice. Right here. The chalice clue takes me directly south of Sadgill to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant that grows abundantly in the lush grass. What's that? Look at that. It's gonna... Ooh, 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 ooh. Sharp thorns grow along the edges of the upper leaves. Now this could be the grabber, the ankle biter, whatever you want to call it. Ankle grabber, the binder. It could be that one or it could be the other one. So we've got lots of things here we got to figure out. Keep going. Reuben Ward, the investigator. Rona tells me you're working on gathering the plants for a ritual to help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I do not know where it can be found. Swift Snare, the binder, ankle grabber, and... Well, thanks. Is it called Swift Snare? Oh, there we go, Swift Snare. So we know it's none of those other 2 clues, so it's definitely Swift Snare. Couldn't be any easier than that, could it? I was kind of wondering we didn't have all the things we needed yet. Binder, ankle grabber, and never let go are several of the names given to this plant that may give some clues to its properties. Once ensnared, it is impossible to extricate oneself without help. Swift Snare has small, heart-shaped leaves. Do we have anything that has small heart-shaped leaves at the moment. Bell-like flowers and heart-shaped leaves. So this could be it. Once ensnared, right? Heart-shaped leaves. So this could be Swift Snare. I'm going to go ahead and give it a tentative. I don't know where we got it from. But that has heart-shaped leaves. This does not. This does not. So that's the only plant that we have at the moment. Heart-shaped leaves. So now we're still waiting on what's-her-face before we can start our ritual. 25 minutes. Molly Bell. My daughter's getting married and I want to decorate the church with nice flowers. I believe there's a plant with small blue cup-like flowers that is supposed to bless their union. Wasn't that the one we just did? Trimblehuff? Where did we put the real Trimblehuff? Small blue cup-like flowers. There we go. Alright, so we got that. We already knew that one. Okay, we're running out of time here. Here's this dude again. I can't help noticing that the Dreyer Huntsman is still alive. You don't seem to understand the importance of our work here. If you're not with us, then you are against us. When the redemption comes, and it will come, you will regret your actions. Praise the Dendru. I believe I've been threatened, my dear friends. Alright, so we're going to end this day. We're going to end this episode and end this day. I have a feeling that tomorrow is going to be very, very productive. So I will see you in the next episode.